Jermaine gags the girls. Diddy's bringing back the band. R. Kelly gets arrested again. And we got social media sensation Landon Romano in the building. Stay tuned.
Presented by AfterBuzz TV and live from Los Angeles, California, it's AfterBuzz Tonight with Jesse Janity. AfterBuzz TV's first late-night talk show with a millennial mindset. From trending topics to interviews with your favorite influencers, celebrities, and performers, we've got it all. So grab your favorite late-night snack and join the conversation. And now your host, Jesse Janity.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy, DJ Jesse J, a.k.a. Jesse Janity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm super excited here tonight. Welcome to AfterBuzz Tonight. I have my ladies in the building. We got Miss Jamie Gray in the building.
What's up, Jesse? What's up, everybody? Hey.
You know what I mean? Queen of the Twitter. She needs to be on all social media, making sure we're going to get everything clocked.
I do what I can.
Okay. Janine Doyen in the building.
Hey, guys.
My fancy news woman. Should be updating me because sometimes I be reading the headlines and I be like, girl, what's the tea? And we're going to get into all that, but I got some tea I need to talk about first. And I don't know about you guys, but like, have you guys heard The Lion King, the mixtape that dropped on iTunes?
You mean Beyonce is basically like her next album? Because she did produce this album as well.
But funny, the only Beyonce song on the album isn't even on the album. They removed it.
She's trying to get that Grammy.
It's called Spirit, you know what I mean? Beyonce was like, I'll be performing this at the Academy Awards.
Yeah. Give me my Oscar.
You know what I'm saying? My favorite, He Lives in You. Okay, shout out to Lebu. I probably pronounced that incorrectly, but you know what I mean? I'm from Boston. My name's Jesse, and that's just what I do. But shout out to J.D. McCrary, because this is really cool. So J.D. McCrary is going to play young Simba, right?
Yeah.
But the best part about this is J.D. McCrary was in this exact studio with me.
Wow.
On the exact day he got the phone call that he got The Lion King. Literally, we were about to do an interview.
Wow.
And he literally was late coming in from out there and outside the AfterBuzz studio to right into here because he got the call for The Lion King and he was so excited. He was like, we cannot talk about this on this episode.
Oh my gosh.
This just happened in my life. And then it was Black Hollywood Live The Beat. Y'all can go back and check that out.
You were there.
That was it. That was something that happened.
You heard it first.
And this is it. Here we are. We're live.
Full circle line.
Okay, so I'm here for it. Beyonce, I really wish that we did Circle of Life. Would have loved it. Would have appreciated it even more. But maybe one day we can do that at the Grammys. Janine, what do you think? Do you think Beyonce could do that? Pull it off?
Beyonce can pull off anything.
Can she?
Oh.
No, and I love my
That was
Queen
a shot
B.
fired. Why is the shot fired? Why did we pull the rifle back?
Shots fired. Did we see Obsessed? We did see a lot of her other movies as well that were okay, like Pink Panther.
Oh, okay, so we're just saying as an actress.
Yeah.
But performance-wise, Circle of Life's coming
that is
to
a
life.
Performance, and it was lackluster, but, you know.
Yeah, right. Well.
I said what I said. I still love her, so Beehive Show.
Well, on another note, we're going to talk about Lil Nas X real quick because I just need to say that I love this man. I know we bring him up on some sort of level. I love him. Not only did he come out, right? But now, marketing genius, he is about to drop again another Old Town Road remix. Do we need it? No, but what I love that it inspired is new marketing within new artists. What's her name? Bad Guy. Billie
Eilish.
Live for her in that song, Bad Guy. You know, I was just driving down the street listening on the radio and I was like, what the fuck is this? Live for it. Now she dropped a version with Justin Bieber. Okay, sold. The picture to the single is her as a young girl in a room with Justin Bieber photos around her in her bedroom.
Dope.
Iconic. That's iconic.
Yeah.
Now, here's where my great marketing scheme would have come into play, but Britney, what the hell's going on with you, girl? If Britney was together, the ideal situation for this right now would be, so, you know what I mean? Take Lil Nas X's marketing scheme where he just keeps adding on these people. Because let me tell you, if Lil Nas X puts Dolly Parton on a remix with Meg Thee Stallion, if that really comes into fruition and happens,
imagine a Grammy.
He deserves one. If you get those two people on a track,
two completely opposite sides.
The first year you come out, sold.
Yeah.
But rewinding back to Billie, Justin, now let's get Britney on the remix. If Britney was in her prime, and have Billie and Justin in a room with Britney posters on the back. Come on, Lil Nas X. That is a marketing genius, and I hope that the icons, the legends, can look down on that and say, you know what? This is what the kids are doing. We're going to apply it to us. Boom. Speaking of legends, though, well, let's talk about a fallen one. Janine, what you got?
Well, we know that R. Kelly is no stranger to legal issues, and he's had a lot of them sort of simmering on the back burner for a long time, but he's largely been able to sort of skirt by. That's all changed now.
Why?
So last Thursday, he was arrested. They waited until he took his dog out on a walk in Chicago, and they scooped him up. Yep, and he's now facing 2 separate federal grand jury indictments in 2 different states, so Illinois and New York. I'm reading because I want to make sure that I get the allegations correct, but it's 13 counts alone in Illinois, including multiple counts of receiving and producing child pornography and engaging minors in sexual activity. They say that he videotaped himself having sex or statutory raping at least 4 girls under the age of 18 in the 90s. Then later, he realized that some of his videotapes from his collection were missing, and so he bribed people or paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to retrieve those tapes. They also say that he had his whole posse going to help pick girls and bring them to him, and that once they arrived, he had a whole list of rules, including
rules.
Yep, they could not leave their rooms without Kelly's permission.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they had to call R. Kelly Daddy.
No, for real.
Yep. They could not leave to go get food or use the bathroom without his permission. They had to wear baggy clothing when they weren't with him, and they could not look at any other men. So a lot of really strict rules. Meanwhile, there are reports that the feds seized all of his property and that 2 of his primary girlfriends, Jocelyn Savage and Azriel Clary, they said that they got evicted, but then now the 2 girlfriends are bouncing back and saying, no, we didn't get evicted. We're still living here. We stand by R. Kelly. We're going to be there Tuesday, which is tomorrow, in court to support him. A lot going on.
Do we know where that came from, the original report of that?
It was reported by a bunch of different outlets, and they're now saying that that's incorrect. But the outlets seem to be pretty reputable, so I'm not entirely sure who to believe at this point, but they definitely came out saying that it's not true. So, Jesse, do you think these charges will stick? Is this the end of R. Kelly?
I hope it sticks. Kelly, look. I feel you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we make mistakes in life. You know what I mean? Like, you're dating the wrong kind of people. I'm dating the wrong kind of people. My car got repoed. Your life is getting repoed. And I just feel like in this moment, you know, this is a lesson. And I hope that the lesson sticks with you, bro. Like, 13 counts. Receiving porn from young women. Like, what's a year? You know? You could say it like that, like, what's a year? Go a little older. But you're saying, what's a year? It's fucking creepy, bro. Then we get to minor sex. Like, we're still on this? Like, okay, fine, you're looking at it, but now you want to touch. Like, really? Now, and then not only that, but in your sick, demented mind, like, you want, like, you have a, like, is there a piece of paper when you come into the house and you receive this and you're like, I shall call him daddy? Or is this like Handmaid's Tale where there's like an Aunt Lydia where like comes in and she's like, whoosh, welcome to Kelly's Manor! I'm fucking freaked out. I don't know. I just hope this man goes to jail, and I hope it's not the same jail that what's JT from the City Girls goes to. I hope it's like a real jail.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing about it. Go wherever Bill Cosby is, because I haven't heard from him much.
I mean, yeah, I want Chicago to do better than they did with Jussie Smollett. Like, actually do something about it. And no, I haven't forgotten. Nope, I sure didn't. I didn't forget about Jussie Smollett. I still want answers. And, I mean, it's like Chicago has failed us once before. Don't do it again. Like, and it sucks because an R. Kelly song will come on, and it's like, every time I cringe. And the man has straight bangers. Think about how sick he has to be to have videos, probably VHS to DVD to Blu-ray, of his sex tapes.
Yeah, I've seen them.
With minors from 12-year-olds to 18-year-olds.
Too at this point, the amount of times I've watched them.
But it's like the fact that he's still able to say, oh, wow, I'm missing one. Imagine how many tapes he has from over 30 years. It's sick.
What's next?
Okay, so
Positive.
We talked about last week about another star that's been locked up, but I have some really, really outrageous updates. So while the law is catching up with R. Kelly, A$AP Rocky's still in it deep. So he was arrested, as you remember, on July 2nd after a street brawl in Stockholm. There are videos that he posted online of being followed and harassed by a couple of people. And he tried to de-escalate the situation, but it turned into this full-on brawl. He's been in Swedish jail for weeks. He's reportedly in solitary confinement with a lot of people who are yelling day and night, smearing feces on the wall and through the bars. Yeah, really, really bad situation over there. Okay, and now the Swedish authorities have raided his manager's room, his hotel room, even though the manager reportedly wasn't even there at the time. They also confiscated his cell phone. I'm not sure what they're expecting to find since he was not there, but it's really, really escalated, and now the U.S. State Department is involved. And I thought this was really interesting. They've even brought in the special presidential envoy for hostage affairs. So it seems like they're sort of treating his arrest like a hostage situation, which is pretty crazy. They're not the only ones, though, that are on Team Rocky. Diddy posted on Instagram saying, "Stand in support and request Rocky's release from Swedish officials. Sign the petition and join the movement at change.org/Justice for Rocky. Everyone repost this now." So, Jesse, how do you see this all playing out? It does not seem like there's going to be an end anytime soon.
Well, I mean, first of all, there needs to be. Like, let's cut this the fuck out unless we find out A$AP was into some deep, crazy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, like, that's the only thing. Like, some crazy shit's going to come out about some A$AP Rocky. I don't believe that. I would love to believe that, and I hate to say that I would love to believe that, but like in my like Psycho Star magazine doesn't exist anymore. We're only getting it from the Shade Room kind of world. Like, I would want that to be like he runs like a hostel, you know, like the movie. And like that's what they're trying to pin him down for, and it's like drugs involved and like just crazy sex things, you know what I mean? I don't think that's it, and I think that this is actually really sad and scary that a human being, an American citizen, can now be taken. We're over here talking about the wall and keeping people out, but how about bringing our people back? You know what I mean? And we can talk about A$AP Rocky, but we can talk about this on a whole nother level, Trump. But I'm happy the U.S. is getting involved. What was that word again that you called the person who, the actual person who's now going to come help?
Oh, the presidential envoy for hostage affairs. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's a big title. Hopefully you do your work quickly, because this is a human being living in these kind of, you know, situations and conditions. Like, I'm over it. I'm disgusted by it. Like A$AP. Like, I love you, and I loved you in like oh, I like some of your music. But now I'm like, I feel like I know this person, and like, whoa.
But he didn't do anything.
What's that movie with not Brokeback, the monkeys and the two girls that went to Thailand, 90s?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Let me look them up.
They went to and they got arrested, and they could not get out. Broken. Oh my goodness.
Were they stuck in like a river or something?
No.
No? I'm thinking of another movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Another actress?
Broke Down Palace.
Broke Down Palace. This is why I don't travel.
Janine, that was quick.
Thank you. Well, girl, her fingers was on the computer.
I was like, I am confused. I don't know this movie.
Broke Down Palace. That's what I'm feeling from this whole situation. Sketch.
He didn't do anything though. Like,
I hope he did. I hope he did, because I don't want to know that this is real. I don't want to know that I could travel and all of a sudden, at least that we care about A$AP Rocky. Who's gonna care about me? They're like, well, that show on Monday night. Like, I mean, I wasn't really watching it. Like, you know.
And it sucks
that kid with the plaid shirt.
Yeah, like he's getting support, but he's also getting like not support also from black people, because he's made comments about black women before and wearing lipstick.
But it's a human's life. Like,
come on, guys. I know it sucks.
One of our own. Bring them over. He can be healed with all that toxic masculinity or whatnot. All right, Jamie, what's going on in the star world?
All right, guys, so we got to start with Diddy, okay? Puffy, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. I love how he's going through like 10 different name changes. I think that's actually dope.
Really interesting, because I don't.
You really?
No,
oh, come on.
Right.
Puffy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Okay,
love.
and we stopped there. Now the love went to another level. I'm like,
okay, so you guys
I
know
don't
him.
feel it.
Right.
We've had 7 girlfriends, wives. What's going on?
So he is, of course, a mastermind behind a lot of musicians, from Biggie to Danity Kane and Day 26. You might remember those bands from Making the Band. So let's just take it down memory lane. So the first season of Making the Band was way back in the year 2000. I remember this season when he was creating the group O-Town. Remember? And it was like the dude Ashley. And I remember that, and it was crazy. And then it just got bigger and bigger. And, you know...
No, wasn't the first one Da Band?
No, it was O-Town.
Really?
And then it went to Da Band like around 2002 with
that was my-
Dylan. Booyaka, booyaka. That was him. So that was a little bit later.
Hey.
And I loved that. And remember when they made them go walk for cheesecake? Like,
I did that before.
So many iconic moments. I don't know, Diddy, it's like he has all these great ideas. Like, remember when he did Revolt TV and he was like, all of these hosts
King of the
submit your videos, and it's like, you just chose people that were famous on social media already, but that's neither here nor there. He has made an announcement that he is actually bringing back Making the Band. This is after 12 seasons. It had 12 whole seasons. Isn't that crazy? It's been years since it aired.
None of them made it.
Like, I know. And they were all mad about it, but yes, he has made it official. He says, I've made my decision in my tweet. Making the Band is coming back.
That's a lie. Danity Kane's still performing at House of Blues somewhere out there.
Dawn
Get it, girls!
is more,
all 3 of you.
Dawn
Wasn't there
is more
5 when we
successful.
started?
She's more successful than the band now. It's like they all broken up. Like Andrea, what happened to her? You know,
she wanted a baby.
It sucks. But I mean, you guys, let us know. Would you watch it? You know, would you watch it?
Absolutely. Like, I need new reality shows to watch. Of course. Why not? You know what? Give me something else.
Yeah.
You know. It's been a minute. I haven't watched that season before. I'll give you 3 episodes. If I like it, I'll be like, all right, bring Lorianne Gibson back.
Yeah.
Meet her.
Too much nag.
Boom cat.
It's too much nag. Boom cat cat.
What's the second story?
Okay, so speaking of hip hop moguls, Jermaine Dupri, JD. Okay. He's been throwing some shade at female rappers. He's been saying that a lot of the rappers now just talk about their coochie and getting a bag, and they seem like strippers that rap. Now, I'm going to be honest. Like, when I first started getting into female rappers at an older age, I started to think like, oh wow, they are dressed a certain way.
Were you
they
not
are promoting
into them at a younger age?
No.
Interesting.
No, I was more into like kid stuff. I wasn't listening to Lil Kim. Like honestly, I wasn't listening to Lil Kim probably till like close to high school.
Fresh Beat Band. What's tea?
Like for real though, you know, it's like that was more like my older siblings. Good. You know,
great parenting.
Yeah, and it's
Shout
like I was such a goody two shows. I was like, no cursing. Give me the burnt CD without the curse words. Like, you know, so yeah. But I think it's crazy now that he's saying all these things about female rappers. And you have so many male rappers who rap about drugs and killing their own race and just all these awful things, promoting these images to young kids. So who's to really blame here? Nicki Minaj and Cardi B did clap back, and they stood up for themselves saying, listen, this is what you guys are wanting to hear. Cardi B, said the same thing. She says, you guys are wanting me to talk about my coochie, so that's what sells. I'm going to do that. And it sucks, but that's what's sensational. What do you think?
I mean, look, here's the thing. I mean, not that it's sensational. Girl, like, we can make sensation.
Pussy's not sensational?
I'm sure to some people it is. In this room tonight, on this side of the table, wait till Landon comes in, it won't be.
Okay.
But no, here's the thing. Like, I think he is a man of a certain age, a man of a certain legend. He lived in the 90s to me 90s is the greatest time in music of all time. Like, and I love 80s, 70s, I go back. But like when I really think of like what people could listen to, there were so many branches that you could listen to: hip hop, R&B, rock, soul, country, and they all were pop. It was the first year that I feel like pop was allowing everything to really like soak in. And so I think with him, he grew up as a king, because I do believe Jermaine Dupri is not privileged to being titled that, and he created So Def, which inspired so many people to this day. You look at someone like Da Brat. There is no rapper like Da Brat. There is none. There isn't. I'm sorry.
She had her time.
She had, honey, and that's what we're talking. We're not here. We're there. We're back there. So I'm talking about the golden age, okay? Get back to what I'm saying, and that was her moment. But he grew up with that. And now today, when I heard him say that comment, I get what you're saying. It's like one of those things where you say to your friend, like, I get what you're saying, but I mean,
yeah,
all 20 of Cardi's writers were dope, and the album was sick.
But he's had longer lasting hits. I mean, SWV.
But that's the thing. He
Escape.
knows hits.
Yeah.
Are we going... We'll probably listen to I Like It, but are we listening to Ring in 30 years from now? No. And Ring isn't about her pussy. You're right. But girl, your mixtapes, it was about your pussy. And you can go back to an old AfterBuzz interview I had with Cardi B. Back in the day, when she first came out, and we talked about her... I think it was her second mixtape that dropped. And she talks about that. And I appreciate that. That's why we literally love you. Nikki, on your end, girl, like, pick it up. You're the one we're disappointed in. I don't want to hear about your pussy at this point. I know it. Make a laugh, MapQuest. I have MapQuest your pussy and I'm gay. Girl, at the end of it, I don't know. That's how I feel personally. So, Nikki, I love you and I appreciate you. I need you to step it up. Just like you're all about to check out this next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to bring him in studio. You know what I mean? You might see him on YouTube, on Vine, on whatever your social media preferences is. Because you know what? If we ever had a fat moment for you, ladies and gentlemen, right now is the moment. Make sure you guys check this out. We had him go through our white room quiz, or our little test today. We have Landon Romano in the building. Stay tuned.
Hey y'all, it's Landon Romano, and I'm here with AfterBuzz tonight. Let's get started. Brittany or Christina? I'm gonna go with Brittany just because she's from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. That's my kinfolk. So, cat or dog? I'm gonna say cat because dog, I don't have time for like shitting on my floors and stuff like that. Cats got their little litter box. They do their business, and that's that. You're gonna walk them outside and all that. That's too much work for me. The next one is weed or liquor. I would have to say liquor. Everybody thinks that I smoke weed because my eyes are always like this, but that's just how I look. I don't smoke weed. Liquor is definitely my stuff. Vodka, preferably. Closed or open toe? I would say closed toe, just because in case you got some corns on your feet, you never know what's going on. Sometimes my feet look a little choppy, balled up in my shoe, so you got to keep them concealed that way. Okay, so now we're going to do word association. The first word is Kardashian. Ass. What's the first thing I think of? R. Kelly, oh Lord. I think of Sex Dungeon. That's the first thing I think of. Equality, gays. Turn up, me. That's all I think of. Period. Bottom, oh Lord, I see what y'all did here. Hold on a minute. I am not revealing what my position is. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Landon Romano, and you're watching AfterBuzz tonight.
Hey, what up, AfterBuzz? Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? We had him in the white room, but we got him live in the studio right here. Landon, that's our camera. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only social media sensation, Landon Romano in the building.
Y'all.
Landon, what's your ethnicity?
I'm white.
Yeah, but like what kind of way?
I'm Italian.
Like if we were to like 23andMe kind of person.
I'm Italian. I'm like almost like what?
I hear
85% Italian.
Okay.
The rest is French or something.
Okay, we're gonna Google it. We're gonna one day we're just gonna do the spit and swab test. Thank you for coming. You don't really do a lot of interviews.
Never. Mm-mm.
Why is that? I mean, like keeping it personal.
Because I don't like people in my business all the time, but I trust y'all. I feel like y'all are good people.
We gonna keep it cute. We have to have a little bit of a mess. You know what I'm saying?
Just a little bit.
All right. So what I want to know is, so I know you. I see your videos, and I'm just like, you are hilarious.
Thank you.
You are that person that, to me, when I look at you, you inspire me because you're someone that, well, bitch, I've thought of doing that, but like, am I really gonna do it? And you really will full on, you take it wherever the fuck you want to take it.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Where does that energy come from? You're born in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. You lived there for how long?
I moved to LA 2 years ago.
Oh, so originally just all you knew was that.
So I'm from Louisiana. I lived in Mississippi for high school, and I ended up moving back to Louisiana, and then I moved here.
What's better, Mississippi, Louisiana? Like,
It's pretty much the
Because I
same.
I was talking to a boy one time from Mississippi, and he was like, you don't want to come
You
here.
wasn't feeling it?
He was like, you don't want to come here.
Louisiana has more culture,
Okay.
I feel like. So maybe that would be why I like it. And I'm from there, so I mean, I have to say that. My whole family's there. But I think to answer your question, I think that being from the South and having to be so, because, you know, not everyone is as accepting down
Yeah.
there. So, like, coming to LA, people are more open-minded, so I just feel more free to do whatever I want.
So tell me about your upbringing when it comes to, like, your mom and your dad. Like, did you grow up in a two-parent household?
Yeah, my parents divorced when I was young. I was like 5, so yeah. My mom was a single mom, so yeah, I loved it. I wouldn't have it any other way though.
And you came out to your mom.
I came out.
How did that come?
Yeah, I was in the closet up until right after graduation of high school. After I graduated, I just told everyone the same day. I had Twitter back then too. I tweeted. I was like, "Hey y'all, like I'm gay. It is what it is, and don't say nothing to me about it." And I told my mom. I told my dad. I told everyone. I put it on Facebook, and it was a lot for them to, you know, understand and accept, but they're fully accepting now. It just took some adjustments and getting used to.
When it comes to that, who would you say raised you? Because yes, your parents.
Yeah.
But we have these, like, for me, I see a lot of myself in you and you in me. And, you know, I personally, like, yes, I was raised by, I actually had a great family, and, like, we grew up together and all that, but a lot of my friends raised me, a lot of television raised me, because I couldn't be myself.
I've never really thought
school.
about that, but I know the answer. Reality TV. That was my thing. I remember I used to watch Disney Channel and all that as a kid, obviously, but as I got older, getting into like late elementary, early junior high, I started watching reality TV. So New York Tiffany Pollard, the OG, the baddest bitch in the game. Yeah. I was obsessed with her. And so now that I think about it, I can kind of see a lot of her in me. So it's interesting that you say that.
So I love New York. Clearly, one of the first shows you had a taste in. So what made you want to start sharing yourself, start sharing your personality? You come out, now it's like, okay, how was that coming out to your family? You said they eventually came around. So for you, what was that with saying, you know what, fuck what people think. This is who I am.
I had a boyfriend.
Okay.
So, yeah. I had me a little man, you know, I had a little situation going on. So I said, baby, I'm going to tell him for you, just for you. So that's what we did. We ended up breaking up because he cheated on me, but that's off topic.
Of course.
But I'm glad, you know, like I was telling actually someone earlier, everyone comes in your life for a reason and a season. So that was his reason.
You learned a lesson.
Yeah.
So what was the specific lesson we walked away from?
That I shouldn't conceal who I really am ever, and never be apologetic for feeling the way I do and being who I am.
Amen.
I just preach the gospel.
Okay. You know, so you go online, you share your personality, the world loves it. They're like, hey, Chili's is like, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
I really fuck with Chili's. Like, I'm not playing. Like, I really go to Chili's. I eat there. That was actually where me and my ex, where we used to eat. Like, we used to go on dates there every other weekend.
For any residuals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but I love Chili's, for real. And we fuck with each other. So, yeah.
What's the worst career advice anyone has ever given you?
Go to school. But for me.
What does that mean? Explain that, because I understand that. Drop out.
Because people assume that you have to go to school to be successful, and that's not the case. Now, I don't want to discourage people from going to school. By all means, go to school if that's what you need to do to succeed in your career path. But there's an understanding that, like, you can't succeed, especially in the South, you can't succeed in life if you don't go to school. And it's not the case. Not everyone has to do that.
So tell us about your experience in that.
I went to school. I went to Ole Miss. It's in Mississippi, and I flunked out. I did horrible.
What did you at that time? Where did you see your life going?
I didn't know. I was in school for business, but I wasn't passionate about anything I'm doing. When you're not passionate about something, there's no way you can succeed in it, because you don't really care. There's no feelings that are being put out into the universe in order to bring those, dreams to reality. So they're not real dreams, if you're not passionate about it.
So I love that you said that because I agree 5,000% with that.
Well, it's the truth. So you have to agree with that.
So you said Tiffany Pollard, right? And where I'm going with that right now, I have an interesting understanding of, I always say, for me personally, it's Jim Carrey, Whoopi Goldberg. Those are my very gay parents. That's what I call them. Because watching them growing up, I started to develop myself by watching through them. So you say Tiffany Pollard. So a lot of people, you get a lot of love, but on the same end, you also get a lot of hate, and a lot of it comes from, not understanding you as a gay man and also understanding you culturally. A lot of people say that you're cultural appropriation or they don't understand like where you're coming from with that. How do you receive that? How did you receive that when you first started? When
I first heard things like that, it hurt my feelings. It really did. Because
you're authentic.
Because I don't want to ever, like, anyone that knows me in my real life, I'm a super caring person. I care about people's feelings, and I don't want anyone to ever feel like I'm doing something out of spite or to be hateful or to make fun of. It's just not who I am in my day-to-day life. I treat everyone with respect, and all I know how to be is myself. So when someone comes after me and says I'm doing like things that I shouldn't be doing, that are horrible, that can affect people negatively, and I see a lot of things saying that I'm portraying stereotypes and stuff like that.
Where in your mind at first, were you even thinking you were doing that?
No. And now,
so
now
explain to where your innocence in that lies.
My innocence is
because why were you doing that?
Because that's what I know. That's where I'm from. I'm from Louisiana. Everybody is loud, crazy, and it's very crackhead behavior down there.
not the crackhead behavior.
Listen, it's not just crackheads that have the crackhead behavior. I'm just saying. But no, I don't mean crackheads.
No, I get
crackhead behavior. Louisiana is crazy. Everybody's on the street, they're twerking, they're dancing. You pull up at the Circle K, everybody is fighting. That's how it is. Right. I'm from Baton Rouge, so that's what I know.
So how online, because I know that it is difficult when you put a video out versus people understanding who you are as a person because they watched you on Vine, which is 10, 15 seconds,
right,
to Instagram where you may get an Insta story or maybe you get a full 60 minutes, but it doesn't describe who you are as a person. No. How have you mentally dealt with that? Because there isn't like a teacher when it comes to YouTube or Instagram or social media. How have you dealt with that emotionally?
It can be difficult at times. I have my days. I like to consider myself a strong person, but people's words can affect you. So, and when you read things about you that just aren't true, and
what's the craziest thing you read about yourself? That you was just you sat with it for 3 days oh my God, I did not impregnate that person.
The craziest thing
or the thing that made you upset the most,
what we just spoke about.
Okay.
That makes me the most upset. It doesn't really, things don't bother me as far as he's ugly, he's this, he's that. Attacks like that don't really get to me.
But you appreciate a culture, you appreciate
when someone attacks your character. It's a whole different type of hurt. It hurts. It really does. I've cried about it many a nights. Me and my mom talk about it all the time, but I'm strong, so I get through it. And with that being said, I want to be clear that this is what keeps me positive, because nothing that I go through can really compare to the things that the Black community has had to go through with discrimination and things like that. So,
do you understand that through having a lot of Black friends, or just understand it period?
Well, I mean, I saw
you said,
it.
you watch it
from the South, So that's kind of what gets me through that. It's if this is the little bit of hate that I have to go through, then that's okay. Because people that have way
understand
worse
that you are all about what? Love.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's true.
Okay, so Disney's coming out with The Lion King, right?
Oh my God!
Are you excited?
That was my favorite film. Me and my mom and my grandma were just talking.
Born in 1994. I'm
I was born in 94.
God, I'm too old.
When did Lion King come out?
Oh, around then.
Yeah, I watched that movie every day.
It was built for you.
I was obsessed. I'm telling you, I will be in theaters to see it.
Not theaters.
I will be there.
Are you excited that Beyonce's playing Nala?
Yeah, of course. I love Beyonce. She's so talented. Her single, Spirit, literally
Speak on it, pray on
was amazing. Like, I had chills. So, yeah, definitely stream that.
Now, is there a Disney movie? Okay, so you already said Lion King was your favorite. Now, what's a Disney movie you would say should be remade?
Which one hasn't been remade? Damn, it's been like damn near all of them.
Big on it.
Okay,
well, let's talk about one. Little Mermaid. They just announced.
Well, yeah, that's amazing. So I support that. I used to watch
Hallie's
that.
got little from the Chloe sisters.
I saw a lot of people upset about that.
Okay, now how do you feel about Ursula being Melissa McCarthy? Are we here for it? Not here for it?
Wait, is Ursula? Who is she? The mother of?
Ursula is the octopus, the witch.
But she's Ariel's mom?
No. We don't know who. We actually don't know who Ariel's mom is. Maybe in the TV show back in the day on Disney, you could have probably figured that out.
I could feel.
There's like a fan that's gonna be in the chat room like, "Fuck you!" Like it was fucking Narissa. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. I wish I remember that. But Ursula, poor unfortunate soul.
Okay, I can see that.
You're
Yeah.
so young.
No,
so
I
young.
watched the damn movie. It's just been a long time.
Okay.
So, yeah, but no, Melissa
Purple.
McCarthy, she's
You're
great.
here for it.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right, so Lil Nas X, horses in the back, right? He just came out. Now, or he announced himself that he just came out.
Right.
How do we feel about, like, in 2019? I want to ask this because for me growing up, sits with someone who is almost 10 years younger than me.
I feel old.
I'm just old. Like,
feel
never
old.
have in my life have I felt old until the past year. Like, I'm really just starting sitting with people, and they'd be like, I don't know that.
How old are you?
I'm like,
if you don't mind me asking.
I'm 33, about to be 34.
That's young.
I know, it's so thoughtful.
Many moons ahead.
Many moons. Sure do. But unfortunately, 10 of them have been deducted by you sitting next to me. But, okay, why I want to ask this is, for me growing up, I know that, and I want to know if you think that this is actually a crazy conversation. But I know that for me growing up, it wasn't okay to come out and be gay and to show yourself and to whatever. Did you ever go through that emotionally and hard? And then when did you finally like come into the spirit of like, you know what, bitch, I am who I am?
Yeah, I mean, at one point in my life, well, all of my life up until I graduated high school, I thought I would never come out. And going back to what you asked me earlier, I wasn't as free-spirited and crazy and loud. I wasn't here, but on the outside, I wasn't.
But where did you come to that point of transaction?
Once I met a guy and I started talking to him, I think he made me more comfortable because his parents were so accepting and open. And I remember telling myself, you know what? And I'll tell everyone this. You only have two parents. Some people one parent, and some people none. But for those that do, you only have one family. But if they're not going to accept you for who you are, it is what it is. Like that, I would rather someone love me for who I really am or love me for who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love me for who I really am than love me for who I'm really not. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. And so it's like, they can take it or leave it. So you don't need anybody. You don't. It's nice to have your parents there. Of course, I would be so upset and hurt if my parents weren't. But I would have to move forward with my life being who I truly am if they didn't want to be a part of it.
That you have that energy, how do you date in 2019 now that you are Landon Romano?
I don't date.
Why not?
I don't. Because...
When's the last time you dated?
The last time I went on a date or had a boyfriend?
Both. Actually, now let's get on.
Last time I went on a date was probably like 6 months ago. 7 months ago, something like
Why?
that.
Are we focused on work? Did you realize, like,
I'm not
making
interested.
the same mistake again?
I don't know. No, I learned a lot from my last relationship.
Okay.
For sure.
So you're someone that learns and you don't repeat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I feel I don't like to do anything that I'm not 100% in. So I felt like I wasn't ready for a relationship. I'm focused on other things. I want success. I want to be happy with me first and where I'm at in life before I can, enjoy someone else's company.
Now that you've developed this social media personality. How do you deal with that in balancing your everyday? And saying, you know what, this is a time that I'm going to show, I'm going to dress up, I'm going to get it right for the camera, and then, you know what, I'm going to actually disconnect, because, you know, I do another show here on AfterBuzz called Talking TED Talks, and one thing we learned is that social media is something that we have to disconnect from. How do you, as someone who makes their coin, their everything, you know what I mean, you use social media, how do you disconnect from that?
My mood. I go by my mood. When I wake up, if I'm not feeling 100% myself, because everyone has their down moments, you know. I was just talking about this actually today on Twitter. Everybody feels down at times, you know, and don't feel like themselves. It's normal. So if I'm feeling that way, I'm not going to film. I'm not going to go online, because I don't want to present that to the world, because because I'm embarrassed of it, but I feel like my material won't reflect what I want it to.
So now when you say material, when did you start learning that, okay, I can develop my personality into material?
On Vine in 2013, me and my stepsisters made videos on Vine, like not purposely trying to like go viral or anything, and we did end up going viral. And so I was like, oh, well, this seems fun. Like, you know, it was just a fun thing that we did. And so then I picked it up, and my followers grew and grew from then. So, yeah. Just
now, Vine to Instagram. Do you think Instagram really can hold on to its social media crown? Or do you think something else, it's about time something else comes around? Because we haven't had...
I think they could, but it depends, because they like to make a lot of changes and stuff on their apps. So I always say one day they're going to take one too big of an inch, take too big of a mile, and then everybody's going to go left. So they need to, you know, slow down a little bit, the algorithms and all that. People might get sick of it, but as of now, I don't see it happening for real.
So we've worked on social media. What's the next step? What's the next thing for Landon? Where are we going? Because I know you said, I'm watching, and you said you had a surprise to tell everybody, so I
do. Well, first things first, something they already know about is Rent Due the movie coming out. I'm in that with Ray Jr. He is producing that. He's producing that, right? So yeah, that's coming out.
Go ahead,
I'll be at the premieres in LA, Cleveland, and Atlanta. LA is the 14th, Cleveland is the 11th, Atlanta is the 18th. I did that backwards, August. But it was right, of August. Correct. So
we working.
So
actor.
So yeah, apparently so. That's my verification Instagram.
How'd you get involved with? How'd you even decide? Like, you know what? Fuck that. Yeah, my personality's bomb, but I'm going to fucking act.
Well, you know what? I initially started doing Instagram. I told you why I did Vine. It was an accident, X, Y, and Z. But I started doing Instagram because, I felt like it would open other opportunities and other doors for me. And that was one of them. So I'm excited for that. But, I enjoy my Instagram just as it is, though. Just doing that alone is a lot of fun. But also, a lot of people follow me and see that I do little, jingles and raps and stuff to beats on my
I'm
thing.
waiting for the Megatron one, and I didn't hear that.
I got scared when the Megatron, because everybody was so good. I'm like, oh my god,
Landon! I think we got 2 more days left.
I know. Maybe I'll change my mind.
No, change it.
I said I was gonna do it.
Landon.
I know.
Landon.
I know.
No.
Maybe I'll think about it.
No, we're not.
They were so good. I'm like, it's over with. But I could do
there wasn't one great one.
I could do it
there
for
wasn't
fun.
A great one.
There were some.
I went back to the City Girls one, and I was like, Landon.
That's what I was gonna say. My first one was the Act Up Challenge.
So you can do this one.
Maybe.
No.
I'll think about it.
Landon, don't make me put the beat on. And we'll do one together. I want to go to Sarah Cruz right now because she said, Landon, can you speak on your positive lifestyle / law of attraction? I need to tell you that I've watched you since Vine, and you are proof for me that law of attraction works. You inspire me. Okay, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that.
So speak on your positive lifestyle, law of attraction. What is this? Is this something you speak about often?
Yeah, I do. I try to at least. Because it's something I constantly think about Law of attraction is, I mean, I'm not going to define it because it's so in depth.
But to you, what does
to me, it means, you know, when you put out positive energy, that same energy comes back to you. And when you believe in yourself, there isn't anything you can't achieve. So, you know, nothing is out of reach. And, you know, anytime that you feel like, because a lot of people think, oh, well, I want to do this, but how am I going to do it? I always tell people, don't worry about the how, just understand that it's already yours. You're going to have it. So trust the process, and bad things may happen that seem like bad things, roadblocks along the way, but a lot of the times they're, you know, blessings in disguise. They're detours to guide you on the path that you really want to be. You just don't see it yet. So the end goal will be yours. You will reach the end goal of your dreams as long as you believe in it.
Now, why do you choose Instagram and Vine over like a YouTube specifically?
That's a good question. I think that this sounds so lazy, but I think that YouTube is just a little bit more work for me. I like to be, you know, film and be, you know, in front of the camera, but being behind the camera, editing and all that, it's just not my tea. Like, I'm not.
We need a quick fit. We need 15 seconds. If we going to 60, like, all right.
Yeah.
We're going to work it up.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to go over to my girls over here, my little plugs.
Yes.
Jamie.
Hey, boo. Okay, so I love, like, your humble beginnings, Chili's. I love Chili's, the Southwest rolls, all that. But that's not my question for you. Okay. So you have a whole bunch of people following you from, like, The Shade Room, Rihanna, Kiki Palmer, Janae Aiko. Was there any celeb that you first spoke to that you got really, you know, cool with? And, you know, how did that work out?
I wouldn't say anyone that I'm super cool with because, I mean, for me to consider us real cool, you know, all my friendships were real close. So, but everyone's been super nice. I was blown away when Rihanna followed me and DM me. That was probably the craziest thing.
How did that tell us about that conversation?
What was the first thing I don't remember the first thing she said, but I remember her messaging me saying, yo, we besties in my head. Okay.
Yes.
And I just died. Like, that was crazy. And she always shows me love. But also I wanted to add in, because I didn't get to announce what I wanted to say, and this kind of ties in. I was saying earlier how we do how I do the rapping and stuff like that. So will.i.am actually reached out to me, and he's actually going to be producing my first album. I'm coming out with that.
Yes.
So I'm super excited about that. She's an artist now. So
how did that stem off of that? Like, how musically?
Because she asked what celebrity reached out. And,
okay.
But yeah, and I didn't get to tell you a second ago.
So finish it. Come on, right here. Put the pieces together.
That's it.
So you did the act up challenge.
I've been doing my little raps and stuff, and will.i.am, you know, reached out and was like, he's been showing me love for months, and he's so humble, he's so sweet, like he's a really good guy, and he's got good people around him too. But and so he's been showing me love, and so he kept seeing my raps and stuff like that. And he was like, you need to make an album. And I was like, you know, I want to, you know, because I've been thinking about it, but I need the right people surrounding me, you know, behind me. He's like, I'll produce your album. He's like, come in and let's talk. So yeah, I'm blown away and, you know, eternally grateful. So to have someone like that, a legend, like he's so dope, so respected, so good at what he does. So I'm very thankful, and I'm looking forward.
So, all right, thank you for that, T. But I need a little extra off the top of our heads. What would, like, a single be called? Let's just name one single.
I can't. No. Because then they're going to hear it and run with it. They're going to take it and run with it. So, But you can name some singles for yourself. Are you an artiste?
Am I? I'm going to say that one single that we definitely need is Fat.
Fat?
Fat.
F-A-T.
Why?
Are you talking about my ass?
Yeah.
Are you hitting on me right now?
Duh. Landon, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you for sharing yourself.
Thank you so
and
much.
Just
I had so much
spreading
fun.
your truth and just allowing us to get to know you and who you are, where you came from.
Thank you for having me.
Look into this camera right here. Tell everyone where they can follow you, where they can keep up, and when that album and keep contact with you.
Well, stay tuned for the album info. Instagram, Landon_Romano, Twitter, Landon Romano, and Snapchat, Landon Romano 94. Facebook, just search Landon Romano, child. Love y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Look, we gotta pay him to bring the heels in. You know what I mean? We get the Fashion Nova spotlight in on him. We're gonna be like, all right, girl, we're gonna set you up. Ladies, where can everyone follow you?
All right, guys, I'm Jamie. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jamie Gray or on Instagram at Jamie Gray, Jaimi. Get it right.
And I'm Janine Doyon, and you can find me across social media at Janine Doyon.
Boom, and y'all can hit me up everywhere at DJ Jesse motherfucking J. There's no motherfucking in there, it's just DJ Jesse J. And also hit us up at AfterBuzz Tonight across all social media platforms. Hit us up at AfterBuzz, all that jazz. And remember, at the end of the day, only you can prevent your dreams from coming true. Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.